So I know it's been a minute since I've posted anything on this channel, but I did want to come back and post something on this channel because there is some good things to come, hopefully, and they're just a little bit down the pipeline, and I want to talk a little bit about it, and just talk about what this channel is primarily going to be used for going forward. There may be time between uploads, as usual. Like I don't really stick to a strict schedule for the channel, but what I want to do is there are going to be some things that I'm working on tech wise, as well as I do want to work on developing my own game at some point, and that's sort of the main topic of this video. So let's sort of dive into that, and then I'll talk about the other stuff afterwards. So you'll just see some gameplay in the background while this video is going. So hopefully you just enjoy probably some COD gameplay, and we'll talk about my plan for creating my own video game, and in a similar vein to someone like Dr. Disrespect, although not as well funded or well connected as he is. I want to start my own sort of quasi gaming studio, or at least contract people out. Well, I will start my own gaming studio, but generally speaking, I may be the main developer. That's the likely choice that I'm going to do. I'm going to be the main developer, and I'm contract out a lot of the stuff that maybe I need assistance with, like graphics and other things, maybe some the music and stuff like that. Contract out the stuff that I can't do, and just leave most of the development work maybe to myself, and maybe someone to assist me, since I don't really have deep experience with some of the engine and the inner workings of that. So maybe having a couple of people who help me, and then who create graphics or that kind of content, and likely they'll be either paid for the job, or maybe they'll be maybe either it's going to be like a contract, like where they work back and forth with me for a period of time, or I'll have to figure out a way to do that. And then that's what I want to talk about here, is a lot of indie developers and the mistake that I've seen them make. And it's a good mistake to do at some point, because you do learn all the ins and outs of it, because they're learning how to make their own graphics. They're learning how to make everything on their own pretty much a lot of times, or maybe they're using some assets, and then they kind of learn how to make their own to some extent. So they're learning some useful skills in being able to create a project all on their own. But I think that it's going to be helpful to be able to outsource some of that, both to make the development time of the game, as well as the for the game to be polished. And the problem with a lot of indie devs and a lot of their stuff is generally not polished, or they are going for a different style. Maybe they're making a simple like 2D game, and that's all well and good, and maybe you can make that on your own with your own style. But generally speaking, I'm wanting to make a 3D first-person shooter game, and so if you're interested in following along and watching sort of the development of that, I'm going to be posting about that here on this channel, and I'll show you the progress as it goes along. But I'm trying to get the funding set up right now, and essentially as soon as I have the funding available, then I'm going to be able to maybe create the business, and then set it up, and then be able to actually get the game up and running, and see if we can get the game, do some testing, and then maybe get sort of a timeline for how this is going to work. And obviously I'm going to try to be the mastermind behind it all, and try to direct things in the way that I want to see the game go. And I'm going to probably be the sole like source of what the game is going to be. But I am going to outsource some of the things that I'm not good at, like the actual graphics, as well as the music, and that kind of stuff. but definitely the gameplay aspect of it, how it plays, I'm going to be probably the primary that's going to be my primary focus, and I may have someone to help to fix some of the stuff. Maybe someone who optimizes network stuff if to come in and fix that, depending on how that works. But that's generally the plan that I have. Now I want this to be an actual successful, there are successful indie games out there, but a successful, sustainable indie game. And there's a lot that I'm contemplating and things that I've thought on for a long time. And it's been something that I've just put in the back burner for so long that I think that this game needs to be made. And I just need to get the funding together. And once I get the funding together, then we're going to actually go off to the races and we'll start developing it. And if you want a little bit of info on it, the general concept of it is going to be modeled after Call of Duty Zombies mode. And the general goal that I want to bring to the table is to maintain the spirit of the Zombies mode and the secrets and the Easter eggs and all this kind of stuff, and along with maybe some updates to systems and improving it. There are certain things that I think could be good, and we could play around with what's going to work in the game itself and see how that plays out. But that's generally going to be the idea. It's going to be a just sort of a PvE kind of co-op game, essentially horde survival mode in some way. And there may be other modes. I may throw in some other modes that'll have a little bit of variety. So that way you're not just playing the horde mode, because I know that people like variety in modes, but it's going to take some time. And this is going to be something that's sort of a long haul. But hopefully once I get the funding, it'll be much shorter than I even imagined. So because then I won't be having to do all of this stuff by hand or manage it all on my own. I can definitely sort of task it out and then be able to go for that. So that's a big thing that I want on this channel. That's going to be one of the big things going forward there. So if you're looking forward to that, like I said, I just got to get the funding, and once I save up enough, then we're going to really tackle that, and hopefully by 2023 we get really started on it, and maybe you guys will get to see something actually come to fruition at that point. Maybe there'll be an actual demo, and I can actually show you. So I'm really excited about that, and I really want to get it off the ground because it's been something that I've wanted to do, and I just haven't had the time or the money or whatever. But I definitely want to see it come to fruition, and I want to have some really good people helping facilitate that. So I'm going to be reaching out to other people that people that I follow on Twitter, or people, if you're interested in helping, please, contact me. Definitely, if you're into 3D modeling and stuff like that, I'm definitely interested, and I need any help that I can get. So that's that part of it. But also, there are other things that I have in the works that I want to talk about that are unrelated to that, but they're sort of related in that I'm going to be trying to work on tech platforms, and I may I think my first project, I do want to make multiple projects, but the first main project that I want to tackle is a Patreon alternative that is linked to the HIVE cryptocurrency, and there will obviously be alternate payment methods, but I do want the primary one to be through HIVE, because HIVE does allow you to set up recurring payments to someone, and it's really nice, fast, and easy to transact HIVE to another person. So I think it would be a great thing to have that kind of thing on HIVE, as well as having that capability for just anyone who wants to access it. It's going to be a good thing to not have to go to Patreon and them get a massive cut and worry about all this. With such low fees on Hive, then it'll make it much easier to be able to operate. And so I'll have to figure out some model of it, but I do want to make that alternative. And there are other things that I would like to build using the blockchain and using just using technology in general. I like to tinker and I like to work, on this kind of stuff and just mess around. But I just haven't got to in a while. And, it's something that time and money are going to do a lot to me as soon as it allows me to. And as soon as I have the time and money to be able to pursue a lot of these things, then you'll see me getting a lot more involved in this, and there'll be a lot more to talk about there. So I hope you've just enjoyed this sort of short gameplay commentary video. Hope you got something out of it. If you did, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and also hit the bell for notifications so that you can keep up to date whenever I actually do post something that is interesting. So with that being said, y'all take care and have a nice day.